That's how you want to play it. That's how you want to play it. That's how you want to play it.
Neos, what's up, buddy? Just taking a couple minutes, making sure that everything looks good. Because I've been having troubles lately with the stream. But I've been doing a couple tests. Looks like everything's alright. Eat and watch. Thank you, man. So... This is a good point in the game. I actually was going to play a little bit yesterday, this morning. I don't remember, but I stopped because we're about to hit a story beat. So I thought it would be good to not do that because there's a lot to catch up on in a way.
What now?
I have just over 800,000 mag and just under 1 million monies. Let's go make 1 million monies. So, I definitely have...
That's how you want to play it.
I'm way far ahead of where I was last time, but that's fine. This 30 frames, though, is kind of going to make things weird. So, this is on a regular capture device. Of course, I would love a better one. It would still look better for you guys. For this capture device, it only captures at 1080p 30. So, when I'm playing things from the PS5 or the Series X that can do so much better, I'm used to playing them on that TV, which is an amazing new TV, newish. But so this is a little jarring playing it over here because it's only taking 1080 30, but this game really looks good. You've got the full 60 or more. It's just a really good looking game. This is a little jarring. But anyway.
What's up?
I'm trying to find a vendor to make monies. I'm just going to sell some potions or something. So, a lot has changed this last time I played, but I don't think we've seen this game since December. Maybe even November. So... there was a question I had when I was playing this game originally, and I actually thought that it was going to go a different route.
Hey, mister!
You just...
Oh, it's you! Can we talk? Goodbye now!
Oh, I just spent some money. Your Vita? Yeah. I'm on a kick right now of...
Hey, mister! Oh, it's you!
doing house project stuff.
What'll it be?
Haven't been able to sit down and play too much. Oh, look at that.
Now then.
And we hit 1 million.
Hey, mister!
So... But I do, like, I got those and I made that Instagram post with them. Like, I have them out. They're sitting down somewhere nice. I want to put use into both of them. So, I'll be doing them soon. And one of them was given to me as a gift, pre-modded already. Not the Japanese one, the other one. So, I'm excited. It's got tons and tons of games and stuff on it. So, but like one of the questions that I had when this game started, it seemed to me like because of how it worked with the archetypes, that you weren't, you were just gonna get your 4 party members and that was gonna be it. It really did seem like that, and it seemed like that for a long time. And then a surprise happened. So, I'm excited about that. New players, new characters. So let's get some story.
Looks like the sea's settled somewhat. We've got a map of the Altaberry region too. I'd say we're set.
Now we can leave with our minds clear and pockets full, eh? Where are those brothers? Out on errands?
Or we stay here and chat for a couple more minutes while the damn ads play. Oh well. Check out some things. God of War and Ninja Gaiden. Nice. Saw a game called Lost Souls aside coming out in May. And it's a console game. Of course you would be interested in that. That dude is just cosplay bait. But what's the game look like? Watch that while the ads finish. So it looks like a good stream game too, I gotta say. So if you're not getting it right away and you want me to, then it looks like it would look good on stream. It really does. So maybe we'll chat about it. But you know what I was thinking the whole way through that trailer was how him, the Final Fantasy 16 dude, the Final Fantasy 15 dude, fucking Raiden, Dante, literally every main male white protagonist dude that's come out of Japan in the last 20 plus years, they all have the exact same fucking face and just different spike hair directions. That's all it is. That's all it takes to make a character, a protagonist in one of those games. It's the same face. If I take the hair away and I just show you the face, you might not be able to tell me which one it is. But anyway, Cloud, same one. The same. They're all the same guy. It's just a mysterious connected universe, man. Okay. Ads are off. Now we story.
I say we just leave them behind.
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
Well, long as we've got a minute alone, let's go over our plan. As soon as we get to Altaberry, we give Luis the fake lance Nurus made up for us.
While I hold on to the real one.
Then, on the eve of this divine relic dedication ceremony, we use the real lance to end this, once and for all. He doesn't know we've worked out its powers. We'll use that to our advantage. Juna, we'll need you to convince Luis to attend the eve of the festival.
Oh, I've been pestering him to do so for a while now. Don't want him spending the evening in his heavily fortified Skyrunner after all.
Back in 2015, jeez. And what's weird about it is that, again, this is another game, yet another Final Fantasy game that doesn't look like Final Fantasy. It looks like it wants to be a Souls game or a Devil May Cry or something like that. So it's weird that he wants to make a Final Fantasy game and then makes a game that ends up being what recent Final Fantasy games look like. Interesting. Also, I don't know how Stranger of Paradise played out. I was gifted that from a friend. I should put that in and play it sometime. I don't know how it played out, though.
So where is the false lance in question?
Right here, ready to poke an eye out. Oh, what do you think? A dead ringer, eh?
Such detail. Even I can't tell them apart.
When we get to Altaberry, we'll pass off the fake to Luis. Then, we execute our plan.
Oh, by the way, I was talking with the Magnus brothers earlier. Think they might be onto us.
That's not good. We'll need to be more careful.
Wait, footsteps. Speak of the devils. We'll need to hide the real lance.
You're late. We were about to leave you behind.
Right, all present and counted. Anchors away, what?
Aye aye, me hearties! What's wrong then? Is that not the customary exclamation of Salus? Mr. Batlin was very specific.
I wouldn't believe everything he says.
'Tis a strange melancholy, leaving the people we have so recently come to know.
We'll be back. With some fantastic tales to tell them, too.
Yes, certainly.
This is Altaberry Heights. We'll make faster progress back on land.
Camp there. It's there.
This place here.
So I think back when we played, like, this is Grand Trad. This is where you start out. I might have still been in there.
Hold on.
If not, I
Hold
was
on.
working out of here. But then I went down and there was a
Let us
ton to
hurry.
do here. And then I just finished up everything there was to do
Here's
here.
where we are now.
So now we're headed up.
This place here.
Ah,
Oh, oh.
Ha ha! Tally ho then!
With a new ally in tow, the Gauntlet Runner at last departs the island toward the eastern side of the inland sea. Their destination is the Principality of Montario. Its vast mountain crags, so different from the western terrain, can be seen clearly from the water. Their forthcoming task would be their greatest trial yet. They felt the tension rise in wordless silence.
Indeed.
Okay.
All right then.
So we've got some skills to work on. I don't really get much from the books anymore because I've read them all. So we can work on wisdom, courage, HP, NP, intelligence, imagination, not intelligence. So wisdom, imagination, and courage are here. Imagination, I guess. Wasn't in here for courage. It's normally stroll. Okay.
All right then. Go.
Actually, I'm very happy.
So we're just increasing our skills while time is passing anyway.
What do you think? However, I too will. I've realized
That's right.
yes, certainly. But then, I'm very happy. The reason is,
All right.
6. Yeah, 6. Tony keeps trying to push. They keep trying to be the best or the most technologically advanced, so I don't know if they would go that route. I don't think that they would want to give that up. I think that they would be
the
fine.
Gauntlet Runner arrives at Cliffshade Camp just as the curtain of night descends on the wilderness. Ideal for their cover, it works both ways, as monsters and rogues alike await their victims in the shadows of the rocks. Only a Gauntlet Runner offers peace of mind against such dangers, a large reason why they are so sought after.
Probably need more chat just here.
Indeed.
So I think Sony's probably happy with their position and is... I think that they would be just fine letting Nintendo have that mobile stuff or more portable stuff as its main thing or only thing. It's probably going to feel like Sony's probably going to feel like, look, we don't have to care about Xbox at all. They're on their way out. So we would like to be the premier, the only reasonable offer that people have for what is essentially a very strong computer in a much more cheaper than gaming computer box. And we will sell 100 million units plus. We know that we will do this. So I would say that that's probably the mentality that they have at the moment. So now that doesn't mean that they won't also do something portable. Like my friend told me, I didn't know you could do this. The Stream Deck and the Switch have been good, but again, they are still different products. The issue is the power. Like, the games look so damn good, and that's one of the big draws to PC, and that's something that I think a lot of the console owners are starting to realize right now is, oh, I could play on my Switch and play this, but man, when I sit down with a proper console, Switch just looks like shit, and that's not going to change. So I think they're always going to want to have that big beefy power. However, I think they might lean into what they're doing right now with that remote handheld thing that they have right now. I don't remember what it's called, but when they announced it, I was like, you have to be on the same Wi-Fi and you have to be within range of the console. What good is this thing other than you're just playing it while you're going to sleep? And you have to leave the console on? I don't want to do that. So then my buddy told me that you don't need to be on the same Wi-Fi. It just needs to be on Wi-Fi. So he actually has his at work. That's a nice thing. Sure, that's a nice thing to have. I still don't have a need for one myself. But that's pretty cool. Another reason why I wanted to bring those handhelds you're talking about, I don't know about the PSP, but definitely the Vita, is I can hook that up to the PS3 and the PS4 and do remote play off of that. That I'm actually excited about doing, especially since I have Japanese console. I have a Japanese Vita, and then I have Japanese PS4 Pro. So, several Japanese games. So I'm excited about maybe doing that, starting to do that. PlayStation Go? Okay. Alright, follower. No one wants to chat. Okay. Always check the fire. Yeah, I just watched a video about... I forgot the name of the channel, but they do a very good job. They've got several videos out right now about how to save a console and how to not save a console, and they're just going through all the consoles, talking about what they did right, what they did wrong. And one of the recent ones I watched was on the Vita. I don't think it was the PSP. I think it was specifically the Vita. And one of the things they spent a while about talking about there was the connectivity to the 3 and the 4.
All right then.
So it's just going to be a bunch more imagination, which makes me think that I picked the wrong thing before. Even more imagination with Heisme. Even more imagination with Stroll. Or no, that's Juna. That's all imagination. Why is it all imagination?
Let's go.
Well, gotta work on something. I do want to do stat padding stuff. And I'm wondering, like, can I only do that if the runner is not parked somewhere? Oh, that's Heisme. That must be. This is Juno. So, if so, I gotta be careful because I like things on this ship because Persona 5 did this already. So down at the bottom, the seed thing. You plant seeds, you grow them, but it takes time, which does suck. I don't know. Does it take time to pick them up? I planted some seeds earlier.
You did it!
Okay, it doesn't take time.
Oh. Did you know? Hmm.
Okay, neat. But it takes time to properly plant them. So I like that it doesn't take time to grab them. You can also use this to, I think it's boost the stats of your party members, but that takes time. And then there's, over here, if you sweep, if you clean, you boost your HP. If you do your laundry, it boosts your MP. No, I don't know how that works. If you go to the back deck and use the bath, you boost your stats. You could pick certain bath salts to put in there, and you will boost your stats. So, I like that they allow you to beef up those numbers in this sort of way. But I'm going to go ahead and work on finishing out these virtues, since I'm here, since I have the time.
Oh my.
So this is the other new party member from the last time we played.
Got it.
But
all right.
Might Drowsy?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
It would seem that...
We now stand among the mountains. I have long gazed at the peaks of Ontario. Ah, fuck. We now stand among the mountains. I have long gazed at the peaks of Ontario from the island, but I never imagined I would see them this close. Altabury remains cold year-round, so quite accordingly, its people have perfected the art of piping hot stew. This chick loves food. And it's home to the foremost opera house in the kingdom as well. I suppose that will be the stage of our confrontation with Luis.
I guess.
Let's keep our hopes high. There's tall mountains on the horizon. Let's make sure all our preparations are complete by tomorrow night. I imagine near us is probably going to do another, like, we'll have another stop. It's not...
Alright. Where to?
Oh, it's not giving me the full map. Okay, interesting. Can I use this, though? Okay, good.
Let's see here.
So this is probably just going to be a thing where we stop and have a site. So I imagine right now I get to pick something to do on the ship. Here's going to be a site where Can't get his name just right. I need to hear it again in the game, where he takes a picture, similar to what this was. Like, this was a spot where we didn't do anything, didn't even control your characters. You just stopped, they talked, you took a picture. This was another one of them.
What a view!
This was another one of them. So I think that this is signifying that this is going to do that, and this is going to do that, and that's how it's going to split the split. Like, this is the morning, this is the evening. Then we stop for camp.
There's a campground.
This is the morning, and this is the evening, which is weird because we usually always arrive at a town with enough time to go ahead and get 2 time slots in. So this is going to be another sketch. This is going to be another sketch. I like the sketches, even though I don't know that they... Oh, are we going to get to a forest town? I want to go to a forest town. We didn't have a forest town yet. I hope so. So yeah. That's how this is going to be broken up. So more courage.
All right,
do some
then.
courage. I don't normally do courage because the bounties that you get to pick up in the game and do, they normally come with courage. So nickname, welcome in. We're playing something that's not Star Wars today, and it's a lot of fucking fun. I'm not addicted to the point where I'm just playing this game nonstop. It felt like it was gonna be like that for a while, but in reality, I've been able to stay focused and get a lot of other things done. A lot of adulting, a lot of non-adulting, a lot of project stuff. I've actually been able to get a lot of stuff done, but I absolutely play this nearly every day. So this has been a blast. I love games like this. And I'm trying to get Neos interested in giving it a shot too, because I don't remember Neos. Persona 5, Persona 5 Royal, just give those a shot. You're playing your Vita, man. Start with 3, and then 4, and then play the better one. You'll know you have 5 to look forward to, but 5 Royal. Get Royal. I did say addicted. It's a controlled addiction, alright? It's careful. Okay. You do have the 3. Okay, so I never played 3 or 4. 5 was my first, and then 5 Royal I played because it made so many improvements. Not like 5 was bad. Like, 5 was already top 5, maybe even top 3 game for me. But then Royal came out, and I was so happy because a lot of the little things that I didn't like about 5 were so much better with Royal. They fixed a lot of those things. They added so much more. They added a new party member. All of that stuff. So, you started Trials? Did you see my post today? My story? I just got a Trails of... Shit. Hang on. Trails Through Daybreak 2. I got the limited edition in today. I have so many of those collector's editions still sealed on the shelf. I want to take a picture. You're making me think. Remind me. Send me a message somewhere so you can remind me. I want to get all of my Trails games and take a picture. I think that would make a great, great picture for a post. And I have kind of like a square cubby to put them in. Stitched! Hello. Cheers. Thank you so much. 2 days. I can't wait. Neos, if you have any free time on Saturday, oh man. I have, and when you send a me message, I'll also remind me to send you a picture of all the food, all the snacks. I got so many snacks, man. So much snacks. Stitched. Can't wait. Hopefully Nickname has time too. Can't wait to see you guys all. Okay. So I don't do courage a lot because a lot of the side quests you get, especially the bounties and other things that have to do with combat, they give you courage as a side reward for it. So I don't work on courage in my spare time. Eloquence and tolerance are the hardest ones to level because you don't really ever find them on the ship. You can only do them when you're out of town. So I work on those a lot when I'm out of town. So I guess I'll just work on more imagination. Oh, you saw it on Discord. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Lunar Heroes. I don't remember that one. I'll have to remind myself. I'll have to look at it and remind myself. Alright, let's go more imagination.
Actually,
Yes, let us meditate some more.
I'm very happy.
Wonderful. Then let us sit before the altar and bid our spirits calm. I wonder... I don't know. I wonder if something happens when you hit 5 on one of the virtues. I think I hear wolves howling in the distance, but there's no way they could be so near the gauntlet runner, could they? Clear away your thoughts,
May
weakling. During meditation, you must do naught but feel yourself where you are in this time and place and accept it. No matter what you hear, just listen. Let things be as they are. Abandon yourself to the great flow of everything. Okay, that's very interesting. I should try to do what Yufa is telling me. Let things be as they are, but how? No, you don't fucking howl. You don't stop breathing. Just breathe deeply. I was gonna start... Oh, not the doctor meme. Hey, look. I'm not bothered by the fact... Only because I've seen him in something else. So, like, it's like, okay, he wasn't just one thing. So at least there's that. I'm going to try breathing deeply. I feel like I'm gazing down at myself and all that surrounds me from high above the ground. I feel like my imagination has increased since I was able to come out of my shell and broaden my horizon.
All right.
I don't think more than 2 more of these things will be necessary to max out imagination.
Farewell.
It seems like you've relaxed a little, so let's keep this up a bit longer, shall we? Stitch can say hi however she wants.
Come look at this.
It is a view. I thought it was going to be a view.
The Gauntlet Runner makes a short stop in front of Colorodeo Cliff, a bluff so tremendous it fills one's vision. Its massive fissure is said to be the vestige of a god's wrath, as only a force capable of splitting heaven and earth could cause it. Perfectly balanced by the work of nature, or the wrath of gods extolled in the myths of creation, none can say.
I don't want though. Look at that view. I've heard of sheer cliffs before, but I never imagined something like this. Camera. Indeed, falling off that precipice would be unfathomably terrifying and exhilarating, I would imagine. Absolutely. That's a little view over there. Makes me want to jump. I want to jump. I want to go wingsuit flying.
On guard!
Damned before-faced Sanctus Scullens. My, that was rather pleasing. It's quite refreshing, you know, to pull your voice from the very bottom of your gut and yell in such a manner.
Speaking of...
I am reminded of the time you were all yelling before me. It was rather a terrible experience, I admit. But if I may, I would like to try my hand at this yelling.
Listen!
Or again, shall I sleep in a roach-infested inn?
Yes.
How amusing. I would also like to try screaming as well.
Hmm?
I fully intended to do it, but the words just won't come out at all. And Oh, this girl is just too charming. Never change, love. Well, does anybody else have something to yell about? I sense that gazing off of the cliff's edge and being filled with an inexplainable urge to scream has somehow broadened my horizon.
All right.
Only 4? That's good, though. That's just free.
As for me...
And I suppose it's old Nearus's turn. I've prepared a list of complaints that I wish I could recite to you all on a daily basis, and... Legend of Heroes. Okay. I remember Lunar Star. But yes, Legend of Heroes. I have a ton of those as well. Or maybe not a ton. But that's a good idea. You're making me think. You're giving me content ideas. We're rather chilly out here, isn't it? We should head back before we catch a cold. Yes, we shouldn't allow ourselves to spend too much time on these distractions.
Bombs away!
As always, I've drawn this place here.
The Gauntlet Runner stops amidst rocky terrain as twilight envelops the wilderness in darkness. The twinkling lights are not all stars. Some are the eyes of monsters peering through the dark. To await the dawn in comfort and peace is a privilege only the Gauntlet Runner can provide.
Alright. We just get these done. We get to town and you guys are going to get a bunch of more story. So, let's just get there. Again, a ton of imagination. I should have just been spending time on anything other than imagination because it seems like I'm being forced into it.
Let's head there right away.
Alright, Hulkenberg. Let's imaginate together.
Well met.
Overburdened with free time. I want some of that. I'm certainly no stranger to traveling, but I've no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? Yes. Let's do this. Hulkenberg. You mean her? By the way, for all of you guys that are here Saturday, please, all Saturday long, let's fucking just make that the most popular emote ever.
Magnificent.
Virga Island was truly splendid. To think that so many delicacies could be found in one place. I make no hesitation in declaring it a blessed island, what with its myriad of fish species and rare spices. Oh, but the Serpetia dishes were what truly moved me. I found it stimulating.
That's right.
Indeed.
I most heartily agree. The way 'twas grilled with a plethora of spices was truly remarkable. The braised dish served with the soup was also delicious. According to the locals, Serpetia is best served fermented and consumed raw. It's a shame we arrived when the dish was out of season. But I digress. Our focus turns to our next destination, Alderbury. To save His Highness the Prince, we cannot fail at eliminating Luis.
Now then.
However, Luis is one of the strongest mages alive. We acquired the divine relic, but will it truly be enough to cut him down? Now, forgive me, such uncertainty does not for our cause. Upon our arrival at Alderbury, I shall erase my doubts with the aid of a good meal. The cuisine of that city is quite familiar to me, I believe. That's, there's a period there. I've no doubt that both the meal and our mission will be rousing successes. It looks like cheap anime. It's a video game. It's not anime. It's gonna look not as good. These are modeled things. I felt my imagination grow as Hulkenberg and I discussed the challenges still ahead of us.
All right.
Are you one of those only graphics matter types? I'm almost there. Almost there with imagination. It's an hour later than I realized. I know our journey demands ample rest, but I would like to continue conversing with you. Hulkenberg and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Tis nearly
It's
time.
not cheap. There's only ways further until we reach Altabury. The city is likely abuzz with activity related to Saint's Day. I wonder if Luis is already there. Sooner or later, we have to hand Dracadios over to him. One must wonder what the brothers will tell him of our time on the island. I hope they will leave out any unnecessary details.
Got it?
We just have to stand tall and be confident. If you have to sell a lie, look them straight in the eye and say every word like you truly believe it. It's got a style to it.
All right then.
And that's fine. Everything's got their own style to it.
Got a sec?
This will be the last time we'll be able to relax for a while. Once we arrive, we'll be jumping right into it. I can't blame you for feeling nervous. After all, we don't know what's coming. We know what's coming. Okay. Anything other than imagination,
All right then.
I must do. Alright, there's some wisdom down there. Alright, let's go do some wisdom.
Well
Let us
met.
play a game of whatever that is. Weakling, you've come at the perfect moment. I was just thinking I'd ponder some battle strategies over my game board. An abstract game of military tactics, you see? Care to indulge me in a round? Playing a game with Hulkenberg will raise my wisdom. Seems kind of fun, doesn't it? How about playing a game? Yeah,
All
sure.
right.
Then let us begin. I shall give an expected no. What's up? Shall we?
If so,
If that's how you plan to make your advance, then... I can't make any more moves. That's the match. I learned quite a bit from that match. I believe we would both benefit from continued practice. The game affords me the opportunity to visualize strategies all on my own. What if an enemy came to me from such an angle? How would I retaliate? And so on and so forth.
I'd say
I once failed in my duty to protect His Highness the Prince. At that time, I was but a novice, a new addition to the Royal Guard. I lacked the expertise needed to properly assume the role.
that's why.
It is for that reason that I now train both my body and mind so thoroughly, as I have vowed to never let such a thing occur once again. That's impressive.
Right.
No.
Perhaps, but 'twould be more accurate to say I am trying to attain perfection rather than implying I have already achieved it. That said, 'tis quite the pleasure to speak so freely with you. I find comfort in knowing that I may share my feelings with a compatriot. I have not played any of the Atali. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I am trying to say something in my head, and my mouth is coming out with something completely different, and I have no idea why. Atelier or something like that. No, I don't. I do have a couple, though. And I actually sold a couple years ago on eBay that maybe I shouldn't have, because they'd probably be worth a lot more right now. But I do have a couple. I don't know that I've bought any more. They've had a lot more that... No, I don't think I have. They've had a lot more that have come out since the last one that I bought, and I just stopped buying them years ago. If we find a success in this endeavor and create a country where all can truly live equally, I hope to serve as a knight captain, passing down what knowledge I can to a new generation. I will speak not just of tactics, but of all my experiences on this journey, my victories, and of course my failures too. And in so doing, I will see the Royal Guards elevated to new heights. I hope. You can do it!
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, should such a starry-eyed wish come true, I shall tell them much of you, our captain. Such a position is certainly not one most could adapt to, much less succeed in, given the circumstances of our fight. And I must say, you wear the role well. It is It's hard to believe it's your first foray into such a responsibility. Perhaps you've a natural talent for it. Actually, I don't do anything. Though to call it a talent is a disservice. No, whatever higher calling you have, I can only be as I am now because of you. We'll say the word honor to a knight. I accidentally press Y.
True.
It was you and Gallica that set the cogs of this journey in motion. I think there's some significance to you being the captain, in my humble opinion. You have my gratitude. After crossing proverbial swords with you, I feel that I am one step closer to realizing my dream.
All right.
Close.
All right.
Now then, shall we continue our discussion on tactics? There were some blunders you could avoid next time. For example, when a piece moves here, you should... Dot. Stream's doing well, by the way. We're almost an hour in. I'm excited. This was a test for Saturday.
Nura speaking.
Got something on the old girl's radar, so we'll be taking a short stop.
Before Altabury's mountains, the Gauntlet Runner sets upon the murky graveyard. The colossal bridges overhead are an impressive sight. During the Annex War, this land was a fierce battleground. Many soldiers, unable to return to their loved ones, found their final rest here. But few honor the dead. Their spirits take no solace. Their tragic remains are desecrated by wild dogs, leaving their bones exposed to the elements.
Just look at it.
Another site. It's an area defined by numerous valleys. The bridges connect the flatlands and increase the amount of places in which people may live. This seems like an excessive number of bridges, though. Makes sense, but these bridges were to fall in battle, these people would end up isolated.
Hey.
Yes, all are very fascinating, but have you looked at what is directly in front of you? Those are the bones of people, aren't they? So real quick, yes, a bridge falling in battle is a horrifying thing to the people that live around there. That's always been true. But this ridiculously excessive number of bridges that can't have ever existed anywhere in real life, this is the exact place to counter that sort of strategy, because you'd have to go through blowing all of them up. So it's a weird comment to make. It's more like they were just trying to fill lines. So we have bones. They're remains of people who fell during the Annex War. This was the site of a fierce battle, and the dead were left to the elements, denied the dignity of a proper burial. This land is tragic. War is tragic, and we shouldn't disrespect the fallen here.
Yeah.
Indeed. I can't bear to think of something on this scale happening again. It brings me no pleasure to see it, yet it is valuable to experience the cold reality of battle beyond the legends and tales of valor. Carve this memory into your hearts. That is why the magla that drifts around this place carried such an oppressive weight. I can feel the sadness and regret of those whose lives came to an end here. I feel as though my wisdom is deepened after considering those found in their eternal rest.
All right.
Hey.
Something wrong, Eurus? Your face has gone blue.
That.
Hey!
Do refrain from doing that again. Things of this matter are not my forte. Why, Eurus? I'm surprised you've got any stalking scary stories. You're a more gentle soul than I gave you credit for. True, true, too true. But before all else, I am a delicate flower.
Well then.
Okay. Well then, shall we make a quiet departure so as not to rouse the dead?
That's my fault.
Sorry to have made such a fuss. I would like to give those who died a proper send-off and do this with that in mind. Does anyone else here like Kingdom Come? I've been watching a stream of it. I'll take this with me so that I don't forget the people whose lives came to an end here.
Altabury Heights, capital of the Principality of Montario, the eastmost country annexed into the Kingdom of Uchronia. The mountain path leading to the city begins near the coastline, but few gauntlet runners can contend against its steep slope. Those who complete the arduous climb are rewarded. City lights, dusted with snow, twinkle beautifully in the valley. But what awaits the party there is no reward, but their greatest trial thus far. The hour of reckoning draws near, and they steel themselves anew.
The seat of sanctism, Altabury. Truly, I never thought I would see it in person. What is that giant structure?
The monolith. In Sanctus Scripture, they tell of how the stone was shaped by God's own hand.
It's afloat. I'd only heard rumors that it didn't touch the ground, but to see it now.
Are we finally moving again?
Just another trip for our songstress.
We're here at last.
We decided to present Luis with Dracodios, Lance of the Dragon God, aboard his gauntlet runner, the Charadrius. Let's hope he doesn't find the lance as a fake.
Well done. So this is the Lance of Legend, is it?
I am called Euphrasia, priestess of the island. For personal reasons, I have joined them on their journey.
You do not detest me?
I owe my life to them, and I understand they operate under your guidance.
Indeed. I had heard you were able to obtain the lance without incurring the islanders' hatred. Quite a feat, now that I know it to be true. Well done. At last, it seems that even fate has abandoned Fortin. Thanks to you, I was spared the effort of sifting through ashes to find this. If the islanders could not be persuaded, my next course would have been to raise their village to the ground. The Caradrius' batteries would make that a fairly simple task.
What?
Why are you surprised? At times, sacrifice is necessary to save the many. Was that not the exact reasoning by which your countrymen would have seen you die?
You're...
Have the lance brought to my chamber later. Thank you for your hard work in spite of your wound. Take care of yourselves. Now we need only to wait until tomorrow for the Saints' Day festival.
The whole event will be held over 2 days at the Opera House.
The first day is the eve of the festival, and I'm scheduled to sing. Hope you're looking forward to it.
Main festivities start on the second day. That's when all these divine relics will be dedicated and sealed. It's aimed at proving beyond a doubt that Sanctism is the highest authority.
All kind of daft though, isn't it? If they were that confident in their scriptures, you'd think they wouldn't have to bother with all that.
This is where Fortin dies. He and Sanctism itself. At the very least, it's worth giving him a memorable end.
Lord Louise, I do hope you'll come and watch me sing this time. We missed you at the opening ceremony. If you're not there, it'll hardly be worth it.
You needn't worry. Having come all this way, it would be a waste not to show.
Well, I'm off to check out the Opera House. Want to make sure everything's ship-shape for my solo, of course. The rest is up to you.
You have all performed admirably. You exceeded my every expectation. Soon, Fortin's reign will come crashing down. From this point onward, I would have you forfeit the competition and dedicate yourself fully to my campaign.
Understood.
For now, rest your wings a while. Tomorrow's festivities will be a grand show indeed.
It seems the land's passed muster. Eurus is a peerless craftsman, if not else.
Yufa? Are you okay?
He would have destroyed my home. How could he suggest such carnage with not a shade of guilt? I was sure that deep down, all people are inherently good at heart. But now, you made it sound like you were bound to kill him at any cost. And now I understand why.
I see. Then let's get back on track and go find ourselves an inn. You've got more supporters now. I dare say we'll find better lodging than we could before.
I wouldn't be so sure. This city's in the palm of Forden's hand, and we're the ones who humiliated him during the exhibition.
All the same, we're about to do something big. To be honest, I'll take anywhere, so long as I can stretch out. It's cold.
Yeah, I'm freezing my wings off.
Then why don't we look for an inn run by a Mustari?
I thought this city was the seat of the church.
In times before the church, it's said many diverse faiths and teachings took root in this city. That's why Montario is the only mainland nation that trades with the islands.
Indeed. My grandfather often said that until his generation, the only prominent building of the Sanctus Church was that opera house. Though the prevailing story now, of course, is that Sanctism reclaimed this land from malevolent pagans.
Either way, I'm certain there should be quite a few Mustari who feign conversion and live in seclusion.
If one of these Mustarians really exists, it may work in our favor. Let's look for it.
Speaking of,
Maybe still hide. If it is a Mustari-owned inn we seek, that I know of one in the center of town. It's called the Skyward Tavern. I recall it being rather pleasant, with very little that would point to its Mustari roots.
certainly.
It was on Dia Franco Street. This Hulkenberg is in our element. Can we get going before we freeze, though? Okay.
All right.
So, is that a recruitment center?
Well met, eh? Oi! What in the blazes?
Hey, listen.
Forden's the only game in town.
Uh-huh.
Your one fucking job is to stand there at the counter and give bounties. No, you're not fucking busy doing something else. I hate when they do that crap.
The only game in town.
Hang on. That's the one from the exhibition.
I really wish more games would allow me to change the camera and then not change it back. Why do they keep putting the camera back? I put the camera up because I want it up. I will put it back down. Ah. So many games do that. It's like they all default to it, even though it requires extra programming to make that happen.
My money's on Santa Fe's forehead.
Okay. So it looks like we're not going to get anything accomplished until we get to the end, because we don't have time. We took up those 2 time slots today already, so we can't do anything else. Can we go to the shops, though?
That damned Luis.
It is minus 5 degrees Celsius here.
Hey!
Get yourself a good deal here.
Hand fan equipped with a cutting edge uses a harvesting tool. Increases damage against plant type monsters. Might still be an upgrade for her. Bus comp. Torso protector with strategically placed metal plates to shield any weak points. Reduces the damage from being hit by your weakness. That is good. I will give that to Hulkenberg. Spike vest. No. Scales, Solorets. Sturdy shoes is sequined with the scales of ancient fish. Okay. Let me get that on her first.
What now?
Actually, let's get this on her first.
Get yourself a good deal.
Moscaliber. That is nice. All of these things that have a 1, that means that she only has 1 to sell. You can't buy multiples. Oh, I definitely need this.
Oh.
Normal attacks become fire, ice, and electric. I don't know what I need ahead. Probably fire, since we're in a cold area. They like to do things like that.
Understood.
That's a big upgrade.
What do you think?
Alright, that was half my money. Plus 30. Plus 24. Alright, let's go see what the armor looks like.
Ah, hello.
The armor we stock here is leagues beyond what you'd find in other shops, since we get first pick of the ore from all the mines nearby. That reminds me, like hounds. Yep. Sell.
Now then. Now then. Now then. Now then.
Strength plus 3, magic plus 3. So, it's good for anybody. I'll go ahead and give this to Yufa. She's learning magic right now.
How nice.
Yeah, I'll give these to
Yeah.
Weakling. It's a lot more evasion for some people. Automatically increases attack at the start of combat. That seems good for strength +3, magic +3 again. I'll give this to Yufa as well. Seems like her stats are so far behind everybody else's. She'll lose her rage protection.
What do you think?
Should be alright.
All right then.
Who'll take the crown now?
Seems we dropped some frames there. We're alright.
You're not serious. All right then.
So there's the inn. What is this vendor?
Oh my.
Hero's jeweled root seed are more your style. Yes, I want those. Yes.
What do you want to do?
Yes.
My sincerest thanks.
Let me buy another one because I can plant 2 in that thing.
Oh my. What do you want to do? My.
Spam A.
Oh my. What do you want to do?
Damn
My.
it. Why does this take so long?
Oh my. What do you want to do? My. Oh my. What do you want to do? My.
Why can't this vendor work like the others?
Oh my. What do you want to do? My.
Okay.
All right then.
Hello there.
Yeah, amazing.
Oi!
So this is the edge. Big cliff. Got some trees there, but it's even way deeper over there.
Now what am I to do?
Look at that. And this is where more
Now
will
what
sit.
am I to do?
I might
Now,
go to
where was
academia
I?
real quick. Just real quick, because once we go to the end, we're gonna do a bunch of story all in a row. I bet. So let me go here see if I can make some masks.
Fascinating. Ah, how good of you to come.
Once I get another devil white mask, I'll make another assassin's mask and then be able to make the ninja mask. Merchant's mask, yes. Nice. Summon vessel, not a mask. You can now use the summoner archetype to call upon Duskbone Knight, who uses multi-target slash attacks. Nice. Okay. That's all.
You'll
Let's
come
go
again.
make a new save, then let's get to the end. You guys are gonna watch some awesome story stuff.
Now what am I to do?
All right then.
Oi!
Don't oi me.
Welcome. Wait. A band of youths with a knight and a eugif. Are you perhaps the candidate who brought Joanna the Sanctoress to confess?
One glance and you knew. Listen, we just...
I don't care if you did the deed or not, but please take your business elsewhere. I'm sorry, but I have my own reputation to think about.
You follow Sanctism's teachings?
You? A Mastari who wears no mask?
I'm Euphausia. I'm the priestess of Verga. No, of Edria.
The priestess? Impossible. The island priestess would never leave the village behind.
I have my reasons, but I wish to see the outside world that I might better protect our island. I have no proof, but...
You would raise another tribe to the throne.
'Tis a longer story than we've time to tell. We only wish to avoid a tyrant's reign. Yet 'tis not from our own ambition that I speak so. The throne belongs to one truly worthy.
But if you insist, we will leave.
It's just... You look so like the priestess before you, I can't just turn you away. Fine. You can stay here, as long as you don't make trouble for me.
Thank you. I suppose it is easier to understand each other without the masks in the way.
I have been incredibly happy with this game, Celine. Like, wanting to do... Like, there have been a couple days where I just sat on the couch and just played this all day long. And I loved it. I just wanted to do more. And I actually wanted to do more before tonight's stream, but I knew tonight's stream was coming up, so I didn't allow myself to play more because I knew there was going to be a lot of story to kind of catch you guys up on what's going on at the moment. But I'm loving it, Celine. I'm absolutely loving it. Good non-Star Wars stuff to just indulge in. So I hesitate. Of course I want you to be here and watch, but I don't want to spoil anything. So I don't know. But that's up to you. That's completely up to you. So if you're someone who doesn't want to be spoiled, who wants to explore everything on their own, then please, I'll see you next time. Whether it's Star Wars later tonight, or Star Wars tomorrow, or the amazing day that is going to be all Saturday. No, not bothered at all. I do avoid streams sometimes because of the game being played. Like, I have to stop watching Baldur's Gate stuff because for some reason people started to watch the cutscenes again. I just wanted to watch combat. So, a bunch of people have been saying that you'd like it. You don't mind the spoilers? Why did chat scroll? You've been watching... Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. No, I love it. This is... I don't know if you played Persona 5 or Persona 5 Royal, but that is one of my favorite games of all time. And this is making me think it's side by side, in a way. So... I suppose it's easier to understand each other. Okay. Ever played Persona? Okay. This works a lot like those, and it's from the same dev. So...
Not all of us mainland Mastari hate the Sanctus Church. We'd rather preserve the peace we have. And, well, it's a sorry excuse for an innkeep who turns away travelers.
Thank you. We're in your debt.
Oh, look, they've got food and booze here too. And it's so much cooler, which means fewer bugs. Perfect.
It seems they have an imitation of the island spring here. We can bathe. I should invite Juno when she's back.
Bathe? You'd be mad to hope a hot spring replica could take the edge off this chill.
Cold or not, there's nothing more refreshing than bathing. Would you care to join us?
I should think not. For reasons too numerous to count.
Why?
Weenie.
Anyway, strategy meeting. Let's get on with it.
So we seek to assassinate Luis. A difficult task. But you look to have an idea. Let's have it.
Can you hide that
First,
behind the curtain?
The when. Under normal circumstances, we'd want to get him on the move. Maybe walking through a crowd while he's got less guards. That would be the plan. But unfortunately, that'd only work if he was someone with common sense. Someone without combat ability. Or someone who'd want to avoid collateral damage. And that isn't Luis. Worst case, he uses civilians as shields while more of his personal guard catch up. And things go sideways before we can get it done.
But once he's inside the Opera House, he'll have a security detail at his beck and call. Even if we can sneak in, getting to him.
If we can't target him in transit, and we've practically zero chance of getting close to him, that leaves us with only one option.
We join his personal guard ourselves?
I considered that, but it might be tricky. We can't guarantee he'd allow it, and besides...
The real lance is overflowing with magla. It would be a dangerous gamble to keep it on hand. That sort of power is easily noticed.
We attack from a distance.
Exactly.
A bow and arrow isn't gonna do much good, right? It needs to be the lance.
Of course. So, what if we threw the lance? Pierced him through from a distance? Yufa, as the priestess, you can command the lance to return to you if it's far away, right?
You would have me use that power in reverse to cast it out instead.
According to Juna, the ceiling of the Opera House has a chandelier big enough to support a person. From above, we'll target Luis in the royal box seats.
You realize the entire audience is below that lighting? A stunt like that would get us noticed instantly. Wait, are you suggesting we do this during the show?
Luis will be distracted. It's the best opportunity we could ask for. Besides, with Yufa there, we can even recover the lance easily.
Hold a moment. I would need to launch it like an arrow. Such distance and such speed would require incredible focus. I don't think I could do it while aiming.
Then just concentrate on the sheer mental force of it. Someone else can take over the role of actually throwing.
This gambit is sounding more far-fetched by the moment. But we also can't afford to wait for another opportunity.
There is no other opportunity. Luis intends to kill Forden during the festival. That means if we do nothing, the fake will be exposed, and so will we.
Indeed. Once our betrayal is made plain, we will never find a way to draw close to him again. This will likely be our first and last opportunity.
With interference. And besides, laugh, if you like. I know it sounds silly, but I really do believe you have the power to change fate itself.
Indeed. Everyone here knows that firsthand.
I feel the same. If I can trust you to do it, then I should be able to do my part as well.
Will you do it, Captain?
All right. I'll do it.
Thanks. We owe you. On the day of, Juna will be at the venue ahead of us. We'll have her open the service entrance, and we'll infiltrate from there.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I want you to lure Luis's guards outside and cause a commotion while he's making the throw. I'm sure the Magnus brothers will be guarding the place too. Hulkenberg and I will secure the exit route in advance. Luis is a formidable foe. But we've overcome plenty of obstacles. Let's believe in the strength that got us this far. We can do this.